9 tips to negotiate to get lowest interest rate for a home refinance. Even you have a perfect credit score 750 and above, you still have a high interest rate. There are 9 tips to get the lender to give you the best interest rate without trying to squeeze your cash out of your pocket. You just need to be good about your finance. Negotiate to get lower interest rate. Like credit card interest rate, you can negotiate for a lower rate for your home refinance when you know that you are in the driver's side. Meaning, you have excellent credit history. You have been shopping multiple lenders and find out your best offer. It is time to make a deal to get the lowest annual interest rate possible to save a ton of money. You need to start with these rules. Be calm, nice and patient in the conversation. Know your financial status inside out. Answer to only questions asked. Do more research on multiple interest rate quote. Ask for the rate directly. Ask how to get to that rate you are looking for. Ask lenders some point questions back. Give comparison quote from lenders you already talked to with proof on hand. Ask directly to get some fee taking off, origination fee, appraisal fee, closing cost fee. Tip number 1, be calm, nice and patient. The conversation should be in a calm and nice tone. You want to show your prospective lender or loan originator or mortgage consultant you are nice and respectful toward them. Thanks them for taking time to give you quote. Tip number 2, know your financial status inside out. There are certain questions that any lenders will ask you when you need to know your interest rate on a home refinance. Many lenders will ask you the following questions, to see if you can answer them in a perfect second response. We're going to hypothetical answer them for you. What are you looking for in home refinancing? Short-term refinancing my mortgage from 30 years to 15 years. What is your credit score? 750 and up. What is the balance on your mortgage? $150,000. What's your house worth? I think it is $500,000 because the neighbor one block away just sold his house about 2 weeks ago with the same model as me at $550,000. What is your monthly or annual income? Monthly income is $5,000. What is your monthly mortgage principal and interest? $2,000 principal, interest, property tax, and home insurance. How old are you? 28 years old. Do you have any other debts? No, I have only this home mortgage. How long you live in the home? 3 years. Is the house a single family or multifamily? Single family. Are you married? Yes. How many dependents you have? 1. Are you the sole owner of the house? Yes. Who will be on the loan? Only me. How much money do you have for closing? You can use your investment or retirement account. I have $200,000 in my brokerage account. Do you want to have escrow built in with this mortgage? Yes, please. Tip number 3, answer only to questions asked. There are more questions they ask. These above questions are just some sample questions you need to know. You also need to know that you should answer only to the questions they asked and don't try to answer everything you don't know or know. Meaning, do not elaborate if they don't ask you. The goal is to get the interest rate quote without having to give out too much information. Tip number 4, do more research on multiple interest rate. When you know the quote, then you can decide to do more research on the quote you got in the lender. There are a lot of scammers out there. You just need to be careful. Basically, you need to know your detailed financial status such as your debts, your income, your home price, your credit score, your tax status, your family status, and investment status. If you can answer these sample questions quickly and appropriately, you will receive quote right away. Tip number 5, ask for interest rate directly. Today annual interest rate for a 30-year fixed could be at 2.5% to 3%. For a 15-year fixed annual interest rate is 1.75% to 2.9%. You can buy point if you need and you don't have to come up with any cash up front. You can add them into your loan. Tip number 6, ask how to get to that rate you are looking for. You know you can get an annual interest rate right around 1.75% to 2.6% for a 15-year fixed. You can ask the lender directly. If they say no, you can ask how you can get to that interest rate. There are many reasons they will provide you including your qualification. You should write the reason down and use this to do the next negotiate. Tip number 7, ask lenders some point questions back. Most of the time, you have questions related to refinancing process. You should ask the lenders while they are seeking information about your finance. Some lenders will recognize that you know the process by just taking your questions. The questions should be direct to the point related to your refinance, showing them that you are serious about refinance and you know what you're looking for. Here are some sample questions and sample answers from the mortgage consultants or mortgage originators that you should ask them. How long will the process take from the time I am speaking with you to the time of closing? It's about 30 to 45 days. What is the APR, annual percentage rate? It's 2.375% for 15-year fixed. Could you tell me about the monthly payment and tip, total interest percentage, on the refinance? Your monthly payment will be $1,000 including property tax and home insurance. How come your interest rate you quote today me is different from the quote you sent me by mail? The interest rate is fluctuating daily. I want to review the quote first. Will you send me the loan disclosure summary? I will send to you today. Tip number 8, give comparison quote from lenders. Negotiating for a lower annual interest rate requires some proof offered quotes from various lenders. You can just talk with no legit proof. Moreover, if they want your business due to you have excellent credit score and credit history as well as good income, they want to keep you with them. At the same time, they can't lower interest rate to the requested rate based on their policy and profit rules. So, having written quotes to give them as comparison could allow them to match the quote. You can send them the documentation. Also, let them know the reason you want the lender to match the quote because they have a good reputation and you have been doing business with them for a long time and like their services. Tip number 9, ask directly to get some fee taking off. Many fees will be imposed on your mortgage refinance. You need to know those fees by looking at your loan disclosure summary prior to acknowledge or signing. You can request to remove those fees. Some lenders have incentive money to waive those fees to get new customers. It's never hurt to ask. Some fees could be 1% or $500. Any waived amount is good and benefits you. The lenders will try to get more information later when you decide to refinance with them. They want to get the information to match with your answers. There is no need to lie or falsify your answers. You need to be truthful. You need to make sure you know these 9 tips before negotiating to a lower interest rate. Remember, it is good to ask and ask with right questions. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more video.